Okay, hi guys, my name is Shelby and welcome to Voice for the Vanished. So today's case is going to be on Khiara Henry, who disappeared in Hawaii, and there's actually a hiker missing in Hawaii as well named Kyle Britton, and I was going to make this case a double-parter originally, but I just felt that they both needed their own videos. So Kyle's video will be out tomorrow, and yeah, this is Khiara's story. So this is her missing persons flyer, and she's actually from San Diego, California, which is where I am from. So she physically describing her, she's African American, 23 years old, 110 pounds, 5'3", brown eyes. Forearm tattoos include a crown, Hebrew writing, and other tattoos are prayer hands, which I don't really know why this says this on this flyer. Maybe I'll, because on her parents' Facebook page or her family's Facebook page that they have for her, she has sunflower tattoos all over her arm. I have a picture of it. I'll put it in right now. This is the mirrored image that's already been flipped to reflect the correct arm. The flowers are on her right arm. So this is a direct post from the family's Facebook page for her. I would urge you guys to follow it and listen to what they have to say. I will put a link to it in the description as always, but this is a direct quote from them. So they say that she is a vegan and loves animals. She also loves to volunteer. She has done beach cleanups in the past and has volunteered at a gallery. She's a helpful person and likes to lend a hand. Loves hiking outdoors. Loves hiking at anything outdoors. She prefers the outdoors to the indoors and has done some yoga. She has also taken some surf lessons, and it is possible that she could have taken one in Maui. She likes going on adventures in groups, such as group tour or lesson, but is also an independent person who might adventure on her own. If you look for a group tour or lesson company, please look and see if she has a reservation, whether or not she used it. So she is just a wholehearted, kind, loving, down-to-earth person who loves being outdoors and helping people, and her energy is just, you can like see her energy and her heart and her soul through her smile. She just has such a beautiful smile. And okay, now I'm going to get into a direct timeline of Khiara's whereabouts up until her disappearance. So Khiara checked into the Aston Maui Hill Hotel on July 18th. She took the Hana Tours of Maui bus tour that included the Panpa Park on July 19th. I'm so sorry, Hawaii. I pronounced your beautiful cities wrong. Then I believe she took a tour with Hike Maui to do their East Maui waterfalls and rainforests hike on the next day, so July 20th. Then, July 21st, she rented a car from the Hertz rental car at the airport on July 21st, which I already said, and this would be the last time she was seen. Khiara's rental car was actually found abandoned at a park, and the park officials found it and called it in to the Maui Police Department just as an abandoned car. I don't believe that they knew it was hers to begin with, but it was obviously identified as her rental car, and that was found on July 25th. So about 4 days after it was rented by her. So I know I'm kind of skipping around here and not talking about her actual disappearance, but I wanted to make sure I had a direct timeline for you guys set up. So then on July 26th, they retrieved the car, which had her luggage as well as her credit card and ID, both hidden in the center console. Her cell phone, small backpack, and car keys were not in the car and have not been located. While researching, I was under the impression that she was for sure a hiker and actually went missing while hiking, but according to her family's Facebook page, there is no way to know whether she was hiking that day. There's no video footage of where she was at or proof, I guess, that she was hiking. She just seemingly vanished. This right here is another sort of timeline idea from the family's Facebook page, and I'm just going to read it word for word. So not plagiarizing, just from their Facebook page. All credit to them. So on the 21st, she attempted to book a condo at the Sugar Beach Resort, also in Kaini, for 7/22nd through the 29th. They later emailed her back saying it was unavailable. She also booked a flight home at this time. The flight was for 7/29 at 11:55 a.m. and Khiara rented a car for one night. They said that with the information available thus far, it appears that on 7/21 she intended to drive somewhere further away for one night and then return for the remainder of her trip. Khiara did have an interest in hiking/waterfalls. Khiara has not been heard or seen from since. According to surveillance footage, the last thing they knew she was wearing was taken on July 21st, and she was wearing a white t-shirt, black pants, black socks, and white sneakers. She was also carrying a black backpack when she left the hotel. Her family says that based on the mileage of the car and some unconfirmed sightings, it appears she likely drove herself from the rental agency to the park on the afternoon of July 21st, where she may have made stops along the way. The car's mileage tells us she did not veer from the Hana Highway route. Once the car arrived at the park, likely 7:21 in the late afternoon, but unconfirmed, we do not know the whereabouts of Khiara. The car was called in as abandoned on July 25th. They also don't know if the car had been there for a few days, but the park officials say they are confident that it had been. The family says they are in a state of shock. At first, they thought there was a good explanation for her disappearance, likely an impromptu camping trip with a new friend, but as each day went by, a harsh reality of her disappearance sunk in, and they were growing and continued to grow more concerned that Khiara might be in need for their help. Possibly lost or hurt, she might have met with foul play. Today, when they wrote this, was day 19. Crazy enough, the day I'm recording this is actually day 91 since Khiara was last seen. One thing that is not very crucial to Khiara's disappearance, but it is crucial to this entire case as a whole and broke my heart when I saw it, is the woman who actually works at the rental place. Her name is Jennifer Pate. When she found the credit card and ID in it, Jennifer alerted the family that their daughter might be in trouble, apparently using a customer's information. In this case, Khiara's name goes against the policy, and she was fired. She is a single mother who is the same age as Khiara, and the family said that although they understand why they have the rules for the good reason, the decision not to contact us that day in Jen's eyes was unconceivable. So the single mother of two children, who is, again, Khiara's age, decided a stranger's safety was more important and began searching for us online when she got home. Jen found Khiara's sister on Facebook, alerted us, and we immediately filed a missing persons report. If it was not for Jen's courage, when would we have realized that Khiara was missing? We wouldn't have known she had rented a car. We wouldn't have known it was found in the park, and our family would be weeks, if not months, behind an investigation that is already proving to be very difficult to solve. So yeah, she was fired from her job that she had for 2.5 years, and it's unbelievable. The family has actually opened up a GoFundMe for Jen, as well as themselves. I'll put both down there in the description, but I don't know, that's just ridiculous to me. I mean, I understand why they have rules for a good reason, but in this case, when it's something so important, I don't really understand why that would have to be the end result. The last update I have for you guys is that the family has hired a private investigator from Oahu to work on Khiara's disappearance. Should you know anything about the case, please contact them. I'll have all the numbers below. There's so many you can contact. This case just breaks my heart, and the way some news articles were making it seem, they were just grouping her up with Kyle Britton, which I understand why, but it led me to believe that she was also a hiker because they were talking about Kyle's disappearance. He's an experienced hiker. he had always done this before, which I'll get into his case tomorrow, so I don't want to talk about him too much here. He deserves his own video as well, but they weren't talking about Khiara's case as much. She did disappear before him. He disappeared in September, and I get it. At least they're still talking about her, but the news articles, for me at least, what I was seeing at first were very misleading. So I don't know. Her entire disappearance is very, very sad and scary. She literally disappeared without a trace. I believe the family has returned to San Diego, but continues to search for her in any way they can in Hawaii. They have, like I said, they have a private investigator working on the case, but the details of this case just make it so alarming and worrisome. This case has made me more emotional than any of my cases. For some reason, it's scary to look at and to see the facts laid out. With more facts, there's more possibility of the worst case scenario being true. But I just pray and send such beautiful and hopeful vibes their way. And if you guys could do the same, please, please, please send them their way and Khiara's way. And as always, if you see Khiara, if you know anything about Khiara, if you know anything about where she was in Hawaii the day she disappeared, or anything, please contact the numbers below. There are so many different ones. You can call Crime Stoppers, you can call the police, you can call the private investigators. Call someone, tell someone, reach out. This family is hurting without her. Oh my god, I'm getting emotional. And she needs to be home with her family. She deserves to be home with her family. She's such a beautiful human and such a beautiful soul. It's absolutely heartbreaking. There is a $10,000 reward being offered to the first tip leading to Khiara Henry's safe return and or the arrest and conviction of any person or persons responsible for her disappearance. So, please reach out if you know something. After this clip, I'm going to add a video of her family speaking to her. It is very emotional. It tore me apart, but it's needed. You need to see how this family is hurting without her, because if you know something and you are not saying something, you are hurting this family. But I just want to say thank you so much for listening to Khiara's story, and if you want to hear more stories like hers, please subscribe. I would love to keep doing these videos for these beautiful souls that deserve to have their stories told, and I can do that if you guys subscribe. And like I said, Kyle's video will be out tomorrow. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys are all having a good day. Love you. Bye.
Safety. Khiara, if by some stroke of luck you are seeing this, oh no, or hearing about this, we love you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Sarah, I can't go that far.
Thea, go ahead. You can take it.
That was a hard one.
Khiara, Keeks, if by some stroke of luck you're seeing this or hear about this, we love you, Keeks. You're an adult, and we know that. And we know that you could go anywhere you want to go and do what you want. Just remember, you're not in trouble, though. We just need to know that you're okay. We love you too much not to look for you. We are on the island right now looking for you. We're so worried that you need our help, and we're doing everything we can to find you. We just need to know that you're alive and well. For anybody else watching this, if you know anything about Khiara's whereabouts, would you please let us know that she's okay? Here are some ways that you can alert us with any information you know. You may call the police. You may call Crime Stoppers anonymously. You may reach out to us through our Khiara Henry Facebook page. If you know anything about Khiara, please reach out to us in any of these ways. We love her, and we just need to know that she's okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.